students, myself Archana Varude from Praveen Patel College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. In last video, we have already studied about what is meant by radius vector, what is the definition of angular displacement, and after watching this video, you will be able to understand what is meant by angular velocity, how to find angular acceleration, and what is the relation between angular velocity and linear velocity. First, observe this diagram. Here, that particle is performing angular motion. This arrow denotes that direction of motion of that particle. Here, r is the radius vector. In last video, we have already studied that the radius vector. Here, when that particle is performing in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction, then when we find the ratio of change of angular displacement with respect to time, then that ratio is called as angular velocity. Or you may say that the rate of change of angular displacement with respect to time, then it is called as angular velocity. And here omega, this is the symbol used to denote angular velocity. Here definition is rate of change of angular displacement with respect to time, and therefore here we write omega is equals to delta theta upon delta t. Here delta is used to find the change, and here theta is the symbol for angular displacement and upon time. Therefore here we write the formula as omega is equals to delta theta upon delta t. Then what is meant by angular acceleration? Here again consider a particle is performing a circular motion, and here r is the radius, theta is the angular displacement, and here this is the linear velocity. As we know that when particle is performing circular motion, then that linear velocity is always perpendicular to the direction of that particle. And here this arrow shows the direction of rotation of that particle. And here r is the radius. And theta, this is the angular displacement. Then what is meant by angular acceleration? As we know that definition for linear acceleration is the rate of change of that velocity with respect to time is called as linear acceleration. And same here for angular acceleration, only we write the sentence as the rate of change of angular velocity with respect to time is called as angular acceleration. Then here formula is written as alpha equals to, alpha means angular acceleration, alpha is equals to, for angular velocity symbol is omega upon t, and therefore formula is written as alpha is equals to omega upon t. Then we write the SI unit of angular acceleration. Here formula is angular velocity upon time. For angular velocity, unit is radian per second, and upon here time, therefore SI unit of angular acceleration is radian per second square. Then what is the relation between angular velocity and linear velocity? For that, again consider that particle undergoing uniform circular motion. That means it has uniform velocity and uniform acceleration. And here, suppose it moves from point A to point B in time t. Then let us consider that S is the linear displacement, theta is angular displacement, V is linear velocity, r is radius of circle, and omega is angular velocity. Then we write the formula for linear velocity as displacement upon time. For displacement symbol is s and for time symbol is t. But Here, when we observe this diagram, then it is observed that S is equals to R into theta. And therefore, here we write S equals to R theta. And therefore, formula becomes as V equals to R theta upon T. When we separate that R from theta upon T, then we write V equals to R in bracket theta upon T. But as we know, the definition for angular velocity is, that is angular displacement upon time, and therefore formula is omega is equals to theta upon T. And therefore here we write theta upon T is equals to omega. And therefore when we write that value, the formula becomes V equals to R omega, where V means linear velocity, R means radius, and omega means angular velocity. And this is called as the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. Then, how to write the three equations of circular motion or angular motion? For that, consider circular motion of body starting from point A, and consider that point B, it is its final position after time t seconds. Observe this diagram. Here particle is at first A position, after some time it is at B. And when we join that center and position of particle, it is called as radius vector denoted by R. And here theta is the angular displacement, and here omega, this is the final velocity, final angular velocity, and omega 0, this is the initial angular velocity. Then let us consider that theta is the total angular displacement in radians. Omega 0, it is the initial angular velocity in radians per second, that is velocity at point A. Then omega, it is the final angular velocity in radian per second, and this is the velocity at point B. Then t is the time in seconds taken by particle to change its velocity from omega 0 to omega, and alpha is the constant angular acceleration in radians per second. And as we see in the last video, that is the three equations of rectilinear motion. First equation is written as V equals to U plus AT. Second equation is S equals to UT plus half AT square. And third equation is V square equals to U square plus 2S. Then use these equations and we write the three equations of circular motion, where V means final velocity. Therefore, for angular motion, we write the final velocity as omega equals to U means initial velocity. Then for circular motion, omega 0 is the linear motion, that is initial velocity, plus A means linear acceleration, and here for circular motion, angular acceleration is denoted by alpha. Therefore, we write plus alpha into t as it is. Therefore, first equation of circular motion is given by omega equals to omega 0 plus alpha t. Then second equation. Here in second equation, S is linear displacement. For angular displacement, we write theta equals to U means initial velocity. For angular motion, omega 0 is the initial velocity. Therefore, you write omega 0 into t plus half, where alpha is the angular acceleration, and t square. Therefore, second equation of angular motion is theta equals to omega 0 t plus half alpha t square. Then third equation is v square equals to u square plus 2s, where v is final velocity. Therefore, here we write omega square is equals to omega 0 square is the initial angular velocity plus 2, then acceleration is alpha into theta. Therefore, third equation of motion is omega square is equals to omega 0 square plus 2 alpha theta. These are the three equations of circular motion. Then how to write the angular distance traveled by a particle in nth second? For that, again consider omega 0 is the initial angular velocity of body, omega is the final angular velocity of body, t is time, theta is angular distance traveled in n seconds, and theta dash, this is the angular distance traveled in n minus 1 seconds, and alpha equals to angular acceleration. And as we know, the linear distance traveled by a particle in nth second is given by s nth equal to, that is u plus a upon 2 in bracket 2n minus 1. Then same here, we substitute the t as equals to n, then t equals to n minus 1, and subtracting, then we get theta nth is equals to omega 0 plus alpha upon 2 in bracket 2n minus 1. Then we solve examples. First example is a motorcycle with 60 centimeter wheel diameter has angular velocity of 30 radian per second. Calculate its linear velocity. Here a motorcycle with 60 centimeter wheel diameter, therefore we write diameter as 60 centimeter. Therefore we find the radius as diameter upon 2. We get 60 upon 2 is 30 centimeter, and here its value is in meter as 0.3. Then angular velocity is 30 radian per second. Therefore, we write omega is equals to 30 radian per second. And here we have to calculate the linear velocity. And as we know, the formula between that linear velocity and angular velocity is given by v is equals to r omega. Therefore, we write the value of r and omega. We get v is equals to, value of r is 0.3 into omega has value 30. Therefore, we get the answer as 9 meter per second. Then second equation is, the second hand of a clock is 6 centimeter long. Calculate the linear speed of ant sitting at its tip. Here the second hand of a clock is 6 centimeter long. That means this is the radius because it performing circular motion. Then its length is considered as the radius, that is 6 centimeter. Its value is in centimeter as 0.06, and when that second hand completes its one rotation, then it takes time as 1 minute, or it is equals to 60 seconds. And here we have to calculate the linear velocity or linear speed. That means v equals to r omega, then v equals to r as it is, and omega is equals to 2 pi upon t. Then put the values of r, pi and t. We get v equals to 0.06 into 2 into pi has value 3.142 upon 60. And when we solve this, we get the answer as v equals to 6.284 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter per second. Then we solve MCQ. First question is, the rate of change of angular velocity with respect to time is called as. Option A is uniform speed. Option B is angular acceleration. Option C is angular velocity. And option D is none of these. And as we know, the definition of angular acceleration is the rate of change of angular velocity with respect to time is called as angular acceleration. Therefore, correct option is B. Question number 2 is, SI unit of angular acceleration is. Option A is radians, option B is steradian, option C is both A and B, and option D is radians per second square. And we know the formula for angular acceleration is the rate of change of angular velocity with respect to time, and therefore its SI unit is radian per second square. Therefore correct option is D. That's all about today's video. Thank you.